Alive.
Alive?
Mm-hmm. And it's
got 2 minutes to go.
8:58. Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll let our audience build, and we're gonna do our thing. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bless somebody tonight. So you're saying don't rock much, right?
Right.
But I'm gonna have to move a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's not the moving a little bit, it's the constant rock.
All right. How should I start tonight? What should we talk about first? I think I did. Do you have music or anything to start me?
You want music?
If you have it handy. If not, don't sweat it.
Sure, got a minute.
We could do the same music from this morning unless you got something else.
Yeah, I got you.
Like my cue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta come up with a intro statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have this is 895, themix.com, the people's voice, the people's choice.
Yeah, that's an intro.
But that's not what I'm going to do tonight. It's Monday Night Sales Mastery. Hello, this is Brian McNeill, and this is Monday Night Sales Mastery. This is an opportunity for me as a sales coach to actually share some information that I believe will be helpful. I'm offering this information for free, and it's my hope and desire that by the time these 30 minutes are gone, somebody on this call would have, or someone on this broadcast would have learned something that's going to help them to sell better than they ever have before for the rest of their lives. This is going to be the 5th or 6th episode I've done, I think. And we just do these for free, but we do them in 30-minute blocks. So tonight, we're going to cover how to make people like you. Now, this book I hold in my hands is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was written by Dale Carnegie in 1936. The book was written in 1936 and first published in 1937. And this book right here is better than any other book on personal improvement or self-improvement out there. It's better than that book. What?
Bridget just joined.
Okay. It's better than every other book you can think of. It's better than every book other than the Bible and or Think and Grow Rich. And that's probably the only books better than How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book right here will do more to help you navigate your way through life than just about any other. This book is classic. Gerhard Gerschwantner, who's the founder of Personal Selling Power magazine and Selling Power, the website, he says he just reread this book and it's better than anything else on the market today. This book is amazing. One of the cool things is it starts on chapter 2 of this book. It talks about the 6 ways to make people like you. Chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up, it tells you the 6 ways to make people like you. Now, when it comes to being liked, people who think that the key to being a great salesperson is to be well liked, you have it incomplete. You don't have it wrong, but you have it incomplete. Being a champion salesperson is a whole lot more than just being well liked. But if you use the Greek formula that's still true today, the old Greek formula, like, listen, believe, and buy. People must like you enough just to listen to you. They don't have to like you a whole lot, but they have to like you enough just to listen to you. And they have to listen to you just enough to believe you. And they have to believe you just enough to buy from you. Like you just enough. The reason why I say just enough is because people can overdo everything. And a lot of people who don't understand the nuance or the science of sales, they talk themselves into sales and they talk themselves out of sales. And I don't want you guys to do that. They don't have to be your best friend. They don't have to be in love with you, but they have to like you just enough so that they can listen to you. And they have to listen to you just enough so that they can believe you. They have to hear enough from you so they can believe you, and they have to believe you just enough so that they can buy from you or hire you or contract from you. So let's talk about like tonight, just like.
Gary Smith is on.
Hello, Gary. What's up, Gary? So we're going to talk just about like. Now, I want to talk about, my wife told me don't rock much. But it's natural for me to want to move, baby. The first thing is like. Okay, I need to write that down, the formula, first off. It's very simple. I want everyone to have this. It's like that leads to listen. And that leads to believe. And that leads to buy. Everyone needs to know that formula. Okay? Now, man's best friend. When I say man's best friend, everyone knows what that animal is. The animal's a dog, a pet dog. It's supposed to be man's best friend. But what does a dog really do to earn the title of best friend? Like, for example, a cow has to give milk, a horse, you ride it. What does a dog have to do to become a man's best friend? Why do people love dogs more than any other pet? It's because when you come home, that dog acts like it's super excited to see you. That dog is glad you're there. That dog wags his tail. That dog can't wait to get to you and just shower you with affection. That dog don't care if you was mean to that dog yesterday. None of that stuff matters to the dog. The dog just wants to love on you. And if you was to rub that dog's head or pat that dog or say something in a nice voice tonality to that dog is going to get even more excited. Dogs love their owners. And that's why they're the man's best friend, because dogs love their owners unconditionally, and dogs forget all about the bad stuff you did. Dogs forget all about the stuff you did that, or the times you let the dog down when the dog was expecting to do something. The dogs forget all about that, and every single day is anew, and the dog just wants to love on you. The reason why dogs are man's best friend is because they genuinely are interested in you. The first thing you have to do to make yourself well-liked is become genuinely interested in other people. Number one is be interested in other people. Now, if you are, and we see it every day on Facebook, people make posts because they want people to check them out. Go to my website, check out this, look at me, check me out. That is the long way around to get people interested in you. The shortcut to get people interested in you is by you becoming more interested in them. You demonstrate that you're interested in them. You do that by, who amongst you guys do this? I want to learn about this. How did you get into this? What do you like about that thing? You become more interested in what they're doing. That's the shortcut. Become interested. Number one is the green okay?
Yeah, I've already put it in the post, but you can write it.
Become interested in other people. Matter of fact, if you're gonna put it in a post, I don't need to do this. Become interested in other people. The more interested you get in other people, the more people will become interested in you. Now, how do you fool people and make them think you're interested in them? Here's how you do it. You can't. You can't fool people. The dumbest person you're ever going to talk to can still tell if you're sincere. So don't even try to fool people. Become interested in other people is the shortcut for them becoming interested in you. And to the degree that you can become interested in other people is the degree that is in direct proportion to the degree that you can become more liked. Become interested in other people. That's number one. Number two, there's a lot of thought about how you dress, what you wear. A lot of times, 90% of your body is covered up. And I will tell you this, what you're wearing, the clothes you're wearing does matter. But what matters more than the clothes that you're wearing is what you wear on your face. the number one thing that you need to put on to become well-liked, number 2, is to smile.
Regina Lee just joined.
Hello, Regina. Number 2, to become well-liked is smile. I want you to think about, of all the people you know, who smiles the most? Of your friends and family, who smiles the most? Who's the one that smiles the second most? Think about all the people you know that typically smile a lot. You got those people in mind? Now, I want you to resolve to be one of those people that other people think about when they say, who do I know that smiles a lot? You want to be known as someone that smiles a lot. What if I don't feel like smiling? If you smile anyway, very soon the feeling that would naturally elicit the smile follows. The action comes first and the feeling follows. Smile. Decorate yourself with a smile. Kirk Franklin has a song, I Smile. And you look so much better when you smile, and that is the truth. Guess who looks best when they smile? Everyone. So number 2 thing you can do to make yourself liked well enough so that people will listen to you, long enough so they can believe you and then they can buy from you. Number 1 is become interested in other people. Number 2 is smile. These things are in this book, and you can read the book or just watch the rest of this broadcast. Number 3, there's a word that you can use that most people love it when they hear it, and most people do not hear it often enough. The number 3 thing you could do to make yourself well liked is to use the other person's name. Use their first names often. Use their first names comfortably. Most people do not hear their name often enough, and everyone likes it when you say their name. And you almost cannot overdo it. Try it. If I'm having a conversation with my wife, I'm saying, hey, Lisa, and then Lisa, and Lisa, and Lisa. Now, my wife knows how I feel about her already, so that was still going to make her feel good. But someone who knows you a little bit, the more you say their name, the more friendly you come across, and the more you say their name, the more they like you. Say my name, right? There are a lot of reasons why you want to say my name. But if you will say the person's name often, every time you say their name, you become more friendly and they like you more. I want you to use people's first names often.
Regina gave you a thumbs up on that.
What part, Regina?
I think it was the song. Say my name.
That's right. Become interested in other people. Smile often. First names often. Get on a first name basis with your client. If you don't know how to do it, hey, my name is Brian, and you can call me Brian. What would you like for me to call you? By you giving your name first, giving them permission to use your name, that often gives them permission to say, well, you can call me Joe or Ted or whatever. Now, if you ask them, what do you want me to call you? And they say, call me Mr. Williams, that's what you call them. Yep.
Leona Martin joined. Hey, y'all.
What's
and
up?
Brandon Chuck Brown joined.
What's up? Hello, everyone. We're talking about 6 ways to make people like you, and then I got 6 more after that. The 6 ways we're coming from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you haven't read it, I encourage you to read it. They have that whole book on audio on YouTube right now. It's one of the most important books in the world's history. How to Win Friends and Influence People.
1936.
Now, it was originally penned in 1936, and it's still better than everything since then. It was published in 1937. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Russell Bynum on the line.
That's my cousin, Russ. What's up, cuz? How to make people like you. Everyone likes Russell anyway. So become interested in other people. People like people that are interested in them. Smile often. Use the person's first name often. Number 4 thing you can do to become well liked. Most people have a very difficult time doing this. It starts with an L. If you're really, really good at this, you will be liked. The word is listen. Listen to other people and encourage them to talk about themselves. Listen to other people and encourage them to talk about themselves. It's listen and encourage. Number 4, listen and encourage. Encourage them to talk about themselves. If you encourage people to talk about themselves, how do you feel about this? How long have you felt this way? Become interested and genuinely interested and give them room to talk about themselves.
Viru Perot,
So,
also known as Shahara.
in the ATL, when I come to the ATL, I'm hanging with you and I'm bringing my cigars with me, bro. When I'm coming to him, because he's a cigar guy, and so am I.
He said he definitely needs to listen more, and he has a bad habit of cutting people off in mid-sentence.
And you know who else has a bad habit of cutting people off mid-sentence? Everyone. We all do it, not just you. Even people who know better, we cut each other off all the time. Matter of fact, our general conversations are so rude to each other, it's almost not even considered rude. Almost everybody interrupts everybody all the time, even though you know better. So here's how you fix that. Here's the remedy. When you're having a conversation with someone, when they finish saying what they're saying, I want you to slowly count to yourself to 3. 1001, 1002, 1003. Do that in your head. Don't do it out loud, you look silly. If you will slowly count to 3 when you're having a conversation before you respond to what they're saying, that does 2 very good things for you. One is it makes sure that they weren't pausing long enough to catch a breath. And that's what most people do. Most people don't really listen. They just wait for their turn to talk. And as soon as the other person has to catch a breath, they rush right in there and say what they got to say. And that's how most people do it. But for you to be a professional, for you to want to be liked so they can listen to you and believe in you and buy from you, I want you to pay them the credit of slowly counting to 3 in your head before you respond. The first thing it does is it makes you come across as a listener, which you are. And the second thing it makes you do is you come across as if you're thinking, which you are. Both of those things help you out. Okay? Slowly count to 3. Yes, ma'am.
Liana said, I like those suggestions. Sure to get and keep clients using these techniques.
Absolutely.
And I think that Viru said definitely as it relates to hanging out when you get to ATL.
Yes, I hope so. Because I know you're going to show me a good time. All right, slowly count to 3 before you respond. And encourage them to talk about themselves. That's the 4th thing you can do to become well-liked. Oh my gosh, I got to speed up. Okay? All right, these are the 6 things from the book of How to Win Friends and Influence People. Number 6. Number 5, excuse me. Wait a minute, did I miss one?
No.
Okay, number 4 is become a good listener. Okay. Number 5 is talk. Number 5 is talk in terms of the other person's interest. Talk in terms of the other person's interest. And that's not so tricky, okay? You're having a conversation anyway. You're talking about, let's say you're in a situation where you're selling something, you're offering something to the world. Now, I could tell you, like I say, I'm selling a training program. I could talk about my training program is this and my training program is that. That's talking about it from my interest. But if I talk about it from their interest, when you get involved in my training program, you're going to see this, this, and this happen. You're going to, you and your versus me and my. That's how you talk in terms of the other person's interest. Number 5 is talk in terms of the other person's interests. Talk in terms, talk.
V says that he's going to implement the counting too.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Did you want to say something? Anything
I'm
else?
not sure if you want to hear it.
Okay. One thing I want to say too, other person's interests. Interest. One of the things I was talking to my wife about as I was getting myself ready for tonight's broadcast, in phone conversations, guess what word is used most often? When you can't see the person, but you're talking with them, guess what word is used most often? And you probably can guess it. The word is used most often when you're having a conversation with someone that you can't see over the phone. That word is I. I. Well, I feel I. If you will say I less and talk about you, your, them, and they. If you will talk about that, you come across as more liked. Okay? All right? I got 12 minutes to go, and I got 8 more things I want to cover.
Well, you only promised 6, so anything above that is bonus.
It's going to be bonus then.
And then you don't have to try to fit them all in.
You're right, baby. My wife is amazing. Okay. Number 6. And by the way, this is number 6, but it's just as important as everything else. Number 1 is most as important as number 2. Number 2 is as important as number 1. They all are equally important.
No specific order.
No specific order, so but we had to list it in some kind of way.
Thanks for sharing, Smooth. Smooth's on too.
Hello, Smooth. Number 6, in order to be liked, you have to be liked in order to listen to you. Number 6 is make them feel important. Make them feel important. If you're talking to a potential client and you're talking about, well, I've made 50 phone calls today, or I've got so many other customers and I have to hurry up and finish this appointment so I can get to my next appointment. All those things are horrible things to say. As far as your client or your potential client is concerned, they are the most important person in the world. They don't care anything about your other clients. They don't care anything at all about what you have to hurry off to do. One of the things that you can lose ground with is, say, like, for example, if you're on one phone call and another call comes in and you tell the person you're talking to, hold on, let me check this other call. You lose ground. You lose ground right
Deanna Martin said, yes, this is the best on the list. And Cynthia Grant just joined.
Hello, I'm Pastor Minister Cynthia Grant. Love Minister Cynthia Grant. But anyway, make the other person feel important. Lots of ways you can make them feel important. One is to use their first name, is to make them feel important. Another thing you can do to make them feel important is to pay attention to them and don't be distracted. My wife told me a story yesterday in the car. Was it yesterday or today? One about something either you read or you heard about this guy who meets this woman online maybe or something, and they go on a date, on their very first date. They're on their very first date, and during dinner, it was at a dinner date, she takes a phone call, or makes a phone call.
Takes a phone call.
She takes a phone call while they're at dinner, and she's on the phone talking for 45 minutes.
Through dinner.
Through dinner. She talks the whole time through dinner. She's on the phone for 45 minutes.
And then text the remainder of the time.
And text the remainder of the time. So he eats his food and excuses himself to go to the bathroom and leaves. Leaves her there. She probably earned that.
Yes, she did.
She did not make him feel important. She made him feel less than important. And he didn't owe her anything anymore. You know, if she had paid him the courtesy, well, I'm putting my phone on Do Not Disturb because I want to pay attention to you.
V says she would have found out how much that steak was. She did find out.
That's right.
She found out. He left the bill.
He left her with a bill.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have to handle it, but he ain't there no more.
And no ride home.
And no ride home. She deserved it.
Whoever she was on the phone with, come get her.
Yeah, maybe she got her phone. But that's a crime.
Absolutely.
She committed a crime. She committed a crime. She had to deal with the repercussions of that crime.
Gerard Washington joined.
What's up, Gerard? How you doing, bro? Make them feel important. Those are from the book, and I got some more. Okay?
Okay, you got 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh.
I got 6 minutes, but my wife has, in a loving way, told me I don't have to rush them, but I want to give them. Okay? 6 minutes left?
6 minutes.
This says I got 8 minutes, baby.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here's some more stuff you can do to become well-liked.
I'll split the difference and give you 7.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. One is to look people in the eye when you talk to them. Every now and then someone will tell me, you know, Brian, I notice you look me in the eyes when you're talking to me. And I don't even think about it anymore. But every time they tell me that, I know I've heard this lots and lots of times in my life, but it's become part of me now. When I'm talking to someone, I'm going to look in their eyes. a lot, because that's how I'm comfortable doing that. If you will do that, they will like you more. Look people in the eye. Now, the next thing I want to teach you, and I'm going to do this pantomime style, is how to give a good handshake.
So 7 is look them in the eye?
Yes. 7 is look them in the eye, or the new list. Okay? Count it as number 1 for the new list, okay? Because the first list is from Dale Carnegie, and this is from Brian.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Got it.
There's a thing called a magical handshake, and I learned it from my grandmother, Miss Luella McNeill. Okay, what? Okay, yeah, we'll get to that. My grandmother told me when I was a teenager in Brooklyn, New York, she told me, Brian, now pay attention to this. This is my grandmother wisdom. She goes, Brian, when someone shakes your hand and they pump your hand like that, they are not your friend. Now, this is my grandmother's wisdom, and I took it to heart. Okay? If someone pumps your hand, they are not your friend. If people play tricks with the handshake, they got something up their sleeve. Like, for example, they shake your hand, they try to pull you to them, throw you off balance a little bit, or turn your hand so they have the upper hand on you. All that stuff is corny, and don't do it. Here's how you give a good handshake. Okay? I hope you can see my wife's hand. I don't want you to pump the hand. I don't want you to do anything with the hand. I want you to imagine, I'm having a baby. I want you to imagine your hand is your body, and I want you to hug their hand. Hug their hand. Keep it steady. Hug their hand. Firm, but it's not a strength test. You're not trying to see how strong you are. Just give them a firm handshake, not a strength test, okay? It's not a contest to see how strong you are. Don't play that game either. But as you're shaking hands, I want you to make a mental note of their eye color. So as you're shaking hands, how you doing? My name is Brian McNeill, light brown eyes. Hello, my name is Brian McNeill, green eyes. How you doing? My name is Brian, blue eyes. Okay? If you make a note of their eye color as you're shaking their hands, what that does is that causes your pupils to articulate so that you can see that color. And that makes your eyes twinkle. And it's like a small moment, and it's a magical moment, and everyone sees it. They see it, and you see it too. So you're shaking their hand, dark brown eyes, okay? You don't say that out loud, but that's what you pay attention to as you're shaking their hand. Make a mental note of their eye color as you're shaking their hand. Don't pump, don't be too light, don't be too strong. I dislike people that's trying to make it a strength test too. Everyone hates the dead fish, and everyone hates the strength test. Okay, I've had my hand shaken by some ladies who still think it's a strength test. Like, what am I supposed to do? Be impressed with how strong you are? Come on, that's not how you do it. You embrace the hand, like if you're hugging them. Hug, okay?
Be like that.
Be like that, yes. We don't need to see how strong you are doing a handshake. It's a greeting, okay? It's what it is. It's not a strength test. All right, I'm gonna keep moving.
All right.
Another thing you could do to be well liked is learn to forgive quickly. Forgive quickly. People make mistakes. And if you hold everyone up by their mistakes, they'll do the same thing to you. If you keep running tallies of all the times they misspoke, people will do the same thing to you. People don't always say and do the right thing. So I'm going to encourage you to forgive quickly. You'll be surprised how people learn that this person forgives quickly, and they'll be quick to forgive you too. So the third one is forgive quickly. First is, what was the first one? Look people in the eye, give a good handshake, forgive quickly.
Yes.
All right. Next thing you can do to become well liked is to give every apology owed quickly. When you make a mistake or when you owe someone an apology, I give that apology quickly. Don't be like some people who can't ever apologize. You don't ever want to be known as the guy who never apologizes. But when you owe an apology, give it sincerely and give it quickly. Give every apology owed quickly. Next thing you can do to become well liked is do what you say you will do. Do what you say you will do. Be known as if your word is your bond. If you say you're going to do it, you will do it. If you get a reputation for doing what you say you will do, you will become well liked. People will listen to you more, they'll believe in you more, and they will buy from you more. And the last thing on my list, the sixth thing on my list, is to have fun first. Have fun first. That means you resolve to find something about them that you like and you enjoy about them first. You have fun first gives them permission to have fun. If I have fun with my client, that gives my client permission to have fun with me. If I enjoy the sales process, that gives them permission to enjoy the sales process too. What are you trying to say, baby?
That's it, bro.
It says 9:28. You say it's 9:30? One of these clocks is wrong, okay? But you enjoy them first. You find something about them that you like first that gives them permission to find something about you like. This has been Monday Night Sales Mastery. I'm going to do it each Monday night at 9 p.m. It's going to be something I'm willing to share. I hope someone on this broadcast got some value tonight. And remember that your life is not a scrimmage or a practice game. There is no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time the speedster takes its toll, and every day is the Super Bowl. Good night. Thank you for joining me. Oh, if anyone wants to connect with me, reach out to me on Facebook, or you can call me, 919-345-4893. If you will call me, I will give you a free sales consultation.
15-minute consultation.
15 minutes, maybe 20, but that's all. It's free. It's a chance for me to help you to sell what you sell better. Have a good night.
God bless you.